thank you to Minwax for sponsoring today's video. Hello everyone and welcome back to Hannah's Happy Home. In this video we are going to be building a DIY floating sideboard over on this empty wall here in our dining room. This table in here functions as our dining table and also our homeschool table, as you can tell by all the school books here on the table. So we needed some storage in this dining room where we could easily store all of the school and craft supplies. So to start off, Jalen is going to assemble these two pine wood cabinets, and then we are going to transform them into a floating sideboard for this wall. We're going to wait to add the doors to these cabinets until the very end of the project. So once he had these cabinets pieced together, we took them out on the carport to start staining, but before we started staining, I went ahead and applied the Minwax water-based pre-stain wood conditioner to all of these cabinets where we're going to be staining them. I always like to put this on the wood before I start staining. It just helps to prevent streaking and blotching. And once I brushed that on the cabinets, I let it dry for about 10 minutes before I started staining. Now we're going to use the Minwax wood finish solid color stain on this sideboard. We wanted the sideboard to match our table and chairs in the dining room, and with this product from Minwax you can actually have it color matched to anything, which is awesome. So obviously I couldn't physically bring the table and chairs into Lowe's with me to get them color matched, so the Minwax color guide was really helpful with finding the right color. They have 240 plus colors of this. So I was able to get a black that was exactly the same color, finish, everything as our dining chairs. It was perfect. And then our second color for the sideboard, we wanted that to coordinate with all the wood colors going on in the room, like the table, the floors, the ceiling beam. So we were able to get that color as well for this project. So I'm just using a brush to apply this, and I love that it gives you that look of paint and stain at the same time. You can still see the wood grains and the texture through it. If you've watched my furniture makeover videos, then you know that most of the time I end up painting furniture black, but next time I do a furniture makeover and I want to paint something black, I don't think I'll be using paint. I'm going to be using this water-based solid color stain because I just love how this turned out. I love the look that it gives the furniture. Like I said, you get the stained look and the painted look at the same time. And for best results when using the solid color stain, they recommend wiping off the excess stain immediately, which we'll demonstrate here in a little bit when we use the semi-transparent color stain. So about these pine cabinets, I will have the link for them down below. They're just a great starting point if you want to do a DIY project like this. You can put multiple of them together and make a sideboard or console table. Most of the time they are sold out, but we were able to get this one. I think they only had 2 left when we bought these. Okay, so he got both of those cabinets attached to the wall, got the shelves installed, and now he's taping up the doors here. We're just going to leave the inside of the doors and the inside of the cabinets just the pine color, not bother staining in there at all. So before we get started staining the fronts and the sides of these cabinets, of course I'll be using the pre-stain wood conditioner again on here, just applying that with a brush, letting it dry for about 10 minutes, and then we can get started staining. So what we ended up deciding to do is to put this color on only about a fourth of the top of the door here, and this is the color that coordinates with our table, our floors, our beams. It's a color that will match with all of those wood tones going on in the room. And for this little section of the sideboard, we decided to use the Minwax Wood Finish semi-transparent color stain because we wanted this one to be a little bit more transparent than the black color. We wanted to see a little more of the wood through this, and so the semi-transparent color stain worked out perfectly for that. So Jalen just put the tape here at the top of the doors to tape off about a fourth of them, and thankfully we were able to get a nice clean line when we pulled off the tape. And both the semi-transparent and the solid color stain dry really quickly. They'll both be completely dry in 1 hour, which was really nice because we wanted to get this done by the end of the day. While we were in Lowe's getting our stain, we also got these large matte black handles, and they were just the perfect thing to put at the top of each of these doors. We got 4 of those, put them right on top of this wood colored stain, and they just really popped off of there. Was the perfect thing to finish off the sideboard here later. For the rest of these doors, I'm just using the wood finish solid color stain in that black color that we color matched to our chairs. We loved how this black color turned out so much that we just wanted it on the majority of the sideboard, and we wanted that wood color to be more of an accent pop of color off of this sideboard with the handles, and just have the majority of it be the black. So at this point, Minwax does recommend applying 2 to 3 coats of that polyacrylic top coat just for a protective finish on top of your project. Once all the doors were completely dry, Jalen took the tape off the back of the doors and then started attaching them to the front of these cabinets. And these doors did have a little gap in between them, so you could see into the shelves a little bit in between each of the set of doors, which we didn't like at all, and so Jalen ended up making his own little spacers with some pieces of wood that he could put behind the hinges to bring the doors closer together, and it worked out awesome. Now he's installing those matte black handles from Lowe's. I love the oversized look of these. They were the perfect statement piece for the front of this sideboard. And what's awesome about these handles is that they'll slide where you want them to go. So even if you don't drill your holes exactly centered, like where they need to be, you can slide the handle back and forth and then tighten it up exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so the sideboard is complete. We're going to clean up our mess, and then I'm going to organize all of the homeschool stuff into these cabinets and then add some decor. My camera mixed with the lighting is making the top of this sideboard look darker and redder than it is, but it's actually the perfect brown stain color to go with our table and our floor and our beams, as you'll see here in the next couple of clips. But here is the final look at this floating DIY sideboard. It turned out awesome and was exactly what we needed here in the dining room for storage. We hope that you enjoyed today's video and getting to see the whole process of us building this. And a big thank you to Minwax for sponsoring today's video. You guys know that we've used their products on every wood project that we've done for the last 2 years during this home renovation, so it was really awesome to get to partner up with them today. So a big thank you to them, and a big thank you to all of you for watching today's video and supporting our channel. We appreciate each of you so much, and we'll see you in a couple days with a new video. Bye!